AAHOA. AAHOA is at a crossroad. There isn't one AAHOA, but two. One AAHOA is tied with chains of the past. The other AAHOA wants to break those chains. One AAHOA is represented by those people that won't allow the thoughts to move forward, to allow those that want to break the chains to move forward. One AAHOA is willing to keep the chains around their body and talk about a franchise company that won't work with us. The other AAHOA is willing to buy that franchise company. One AAHOA tells us everything that we do wrong. The other AAHOA tells us to keep doing those things that we do right. There are two AAHOAs. One is the light of the day that gives us vision, that gives us knowledge, that gives us ability to be who we are. The other one lives in the darkness of the night and tells you all the things that we cannot do. One AAHOA votes for people because they're asked to. The other AAHOA breaks that chain and says, I'll vote for the person I want to. One AAHOA wants to move into the future with people who have the ability to lead us with intellect that will take us beyond where we are today. The other AAHOA wants to keep doing things the way we've always done them. One AAHOA guides us to areas we've never been before, allows the leadership to take risks that it has never taken before. The other AAHOA says, don't do that. They'll get mad at us. They'll sue us. Don't take those risks. But who's AAHOA? When there is nothing in the universe, the first thing that has to happen is thought. When there is a thought, there is creation of everything else. Every one of you sitting in the audience has the ability to think. And when that ability for you to think is taken away from you, you lose that one fundamental thing that you need to cause AAHOA to break the chains. Many of you in the audience are the chains. There are people who'll drink 10 beers and insult all of your abilities to think. There are people who will attack us but won't say a word to us individually. They are the chains that bind us, that don't allow AAHOA to move forward. This isn't a point in time, nor will it ever be a point in time. There will always be two AAHOAs. But you and I, as a member, need to break those chains. Support every individual that is willing to break those chains. You should have the ability to think what is right and wrong. You have that ability. You were given that ability the day you were born. If you stand for what's right, those chains are completely broken off, and you are the new AAHOA. We don't want to be mired with those chains. Imagine Mukesh Mowji walking around with chains. Imagine me having to do only the things that people tell me to do. Imagine me only doing things the way they have always been done. Imagine me only doing things to satisfy those people that want to see their things done. Imagine the political interests that say, Mukesh, go do this and nothing else. Where would AAHOA be 1 year later? But I was willing to break the chain. And I want every one of you to be willing to break the chain. If there is something that is not right, then say it. You have the right. You have the right to think those things through. Break the chains, ladies and gentlemen. Break the chains. The chains. This is my opportunity to talk about those chains. Sorry for the feedback, guys. This is my opportunity to talk to you about those chains. Chains are leadership that shouldn't be in leadership. Chains are leadership that influence the organization not in the direction that you want to go. Chains are your fellow members that don't take AAHOA seriously. If there are people that are being chains, take them off of your bodies. Get them out of your system. Remove them, and let AAHOA go to the next generation. It's time for AAHOA to break free, free of the chains that hold us back. This wasn't a pre-written speech. I've been trying to think of what to say in these 5 or 6 minutes that I have opportunity to say, and I wanted to convey a very simple message. There are two AAHOAs. That which can take us to places we've never been before, and that AAHOA which chains us and holds us back. And there are two types of people that we have to deal with. Those that are wanting to break the chains and move forward, and those that are the chains themselves. You have the ability to think. Close your eyes for a moment and think that if the person sitting next to you is a chain or one who wants to break the chain. And if he's a chain, be kind enough to let him know. And I'll tell you why you should let him know. Because that chain is not affecting you, but is going to affect your children, your wives, your grandchildren, and your families moving forward. The ones that bind us in the chain, they don't bother me, but they will bother my children and my grandchildren and my families. It is us we have to protect at the end of the day. It is AAHOA we have to protect at the end of the day. So with that said, let's break the chains together. When you see me now walking up and down the hallway, say, Mukesh, break the chain. And I will respond in like and say, you too. Ladies and gentlemen, let's break the chains. I'm holding here a document. It is called the AAHOA Annual Report. After 16 years of being in existence, we have achieved Sweet 16. And for all the fathers that are sitting here in front, at 16 years old, when you celebrate your Sweet 16 birthday, I want to now establish this as a standard. Every chairman moving forward will be required to issue an annual report to the membership. Included in the annual report will be the goals and accomplishments for the year and the financials, just like they do in every other organizations. And what it will do is hold the board accountable for the goals they set out to accomplish. Ladies and gentlemen, you will be given a copy of this, I believe, outside when this session is over. This is the first annual report, and I'd like JP to come up here and take this and represent it for the 16 fathers that were there before us. Thank you, sir. break the chains. We have the ability to think, break the chains.